The man ran desperately toward his girlfriend, trying to save her from an oncoming car, only to realize in shock that he had passed straight through her body. The car was moving too fast for her to react, but luckily a passerby pulled her back in time, preventing a tragedy. He wanted to comfort her, but she couldn't see him. That was the moment he realized he might already be a ghost. Jason had no idea how he died. Nobody could hear him speak or notice his presence. His girlfriend, unable to reach him, reported him missing at the police station. After filing a case, the officers told her to wait for news. Not long after, one policeman came across Jason. At first, the officer wanted to call him back, but then he saw something strange and pretended he hadn't noticed. The look on his face was confused, and he tried to walk away quickly. But Jason kept following him, since no one else could see him, and he had no one else to turn to. The officer clearly didn't want to get involved. People who saw him talking to thin air assumed he had lost his mind. Finally, unable to ignore Jason's persistence, the officer agreed to help. He first went to Jason's girlfriend and told her Jason had been found, but since she couldn't see Jason, she thought the officer was mocking her and slammed the door in anger. To prove he was real, Jason begged the officer to cook a meal for her. Jason had been a chef, and his girlfriend loved his cooking. If the food tasted the same, she would believe them. Unfortunately, the officer didn't know how to cook and made a complete mess, which only made Jason more anxious. Suddenly, in his frustration, Jason's spirit slipped into the officer's body. He didn't know how it happened, but he realized he could now cook through the officer. Jason got to work with practiced skill. He remembered the first time he had made pudding for his girlfriend. He had accidentally used salt instead of sugar, so she had always believed his pudding was supposed to be salty. Smiling at the memory, he made her the same salty pudding again. Using the officer's phone, he asked her to meet. She thought Jason had left her because he didn't love her anymore, so she felt there was no reason for the officer to meddle. Jason couldn't explain, so instead he placed the finished dishes before her. Just then, his spirit slipped out of the officer's body. The officer, staring at the food, instantly understood everything. He urged her to take a bite. The moment she tasted it, her eyes filled with tears. That flavor was something only Jason could create.
どうやって？
俺が乗り移って作ったって言って。直樹さんが僕に乗り移って作ったと言っています。
Once her doubts melted away, Jason asked the officer to bring over the pudding. She tasted it, and memories came flooding back. Only Jason knew her pudding was always salty. Tears streamed down her face as she slowly lifted her head and whispered Jason's name. She still couldn't see him or hear his voice, but she could feel his presence all around her.
あなたは死